This is National Teacher Appreciation Week, and because teachers are really the unsung heroes of what's been going on here in our COVID-19 crisis, that we are celebrating teachers here on Strong at Home this week. Yesterday, we saluted our primary education teachers, and Brandon Sullivan, who teaches second grade, was here to talk about his experiences during this time. On Monday, we didn't have a preschool teacher, but we celebrated preschool teachers on Monday. Today, we are honored to have with us, I'm going to show here, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jewel Jones, who is a fifth grade teacher. And I want to welcome Jewel to our broadcast, Mrs. Jones. And to introduce all of you to Mrs. Jones, I am very honored that she was willing to come on and share this day of celebrating the teachers in our nation who have sacrificed so much during this time. And Jewel is an exceptional teacher, and in years past, we've had tutoring students here at Sail Away Academy that had Mrs. Jones or would be having Mrs. Jones, and every student that I have ever encountered, or by reputation, she is one of those amazing teachers that every child has learned in her classroom and goes on so well prepared for the next grade level. We are honored to have you with us today, Jewel. Thank you for being here with us. So going back just a little bit for your story during this time, how did it begin for you, and what were some of the struggles or the things that were challenges, and what were some of the things that you found were gains? We've talked about silver linings on Strong at Home in some of our other sessions. So what were some of the challenges going into this, and what were some of your surprises?
I am not a fan of technology. I mean, I use it in my classroom. I have a Promethean board. I mean, sure, that's all great, but it's the teachers that I feel is the core of the education. I am up here teaching, guiding, instructing, observing. Computers can't really do that, and that's what I missed. That was the biggest struggle. I did not assign Google Classroom because I was the classroom. So I felt like, the teachers, many of them feel comfortable with assigning homework and lessons online, even when they're at school. But I'm old-fashioned. I love students to get a hold of a good book. I like them to do projects. So the technology did become an issue. The school recently purchased IXL, which is a K through 12 online tool for student learning. And so it was new, and that was something that I had to get used to. The students had to get used to. So it was very frustrating when I didn't know the answers that students and parents needed. I had to take webinars. I had to teach myself. I have a college student, a son, who is great with it. So he helped me and supported me with the difficulties when it came to technology. I think that was the greatest barrier right there.
Oh, yes, technology can be. In fact, technology, I think, is really interfering with us right now, Jewel. I saw a message in the chat. Okay, good. I'm getting that. I think that we lost you auditorily for a little while, but I'm hoping that we got you back, because you were sharing such incredible information. And I don't know whether it was just lost for a few minutes or longer, but I'm hoping that our viewers heard that, because in summary, what you were saying was that the technology, which really ironic, it was technology that was bothering us right now, that you have a son who technology is no issue for him, and he helped you work through that and made that okay, they're saying they have the audio now, so I'm not sure how much they missed, but I want to continue on, Jewel. I apologize for that, but isn't that ironic that what you were talking about, having problems with technology, we're still having problems with technology. Maybe when your son is, our age, there won't be these kinds of technology problems any longer. One of the things that I did want to continue our conversation with is that philosophically, there was a point that you made on your blog, which we will share the contents of that with our viewers, was that, and I'm going to quote this, you said, "I believe students can succeed when the proper tools are given. And the most important tools are teachers and parents." I really want to get into that. Can you explain that a little bit more? Obviously, we know that the teachers are important. How do you see, as a teacher, the parents being such an important tool?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay.
Well, the parents, of course, they're the first teachers in their children's lives. I mean, they're to mold their children, to guide them, protect them. I mean, they are a very important impact to children, but unfortunately, we have issues where children can't rely on their parents, or the parents aren't doing what they are supposed to do. And so I feel like teachers need to be there for these kids through thick and thin. We need to be their rock. We need to be their strength. And that's always been important to me, that, I think any child can achieve, but they have to have a teacher who cares and who is incredible to making sure that they receive the things that they need. And it's hard when you have so many children and you see so many throughout the years, but I try to make an effort to make the children feel like they're the most important to me, no matter what.
Yes. And that really goes to the reason that you really are teaching, is what I hear when you're talking about that and what you've written, is that teaching is more than just the communication of knowledge and making sure that that children become prepared academically for each successive level of education, and then when they get out into the workplace. But that part of the education, a real important part of being an educator, is really bringing out of the child what they were created to be, and encouraging them, especially in a day and age when, unfortunately, that co-teacher, that parent, is not there to give that kind of support at home, that teachers are kind of doubly tasked with that. And here's just a question that just popped to my head considering this. As a classroom teacher, what can individuals in the community who may not have children in the school system at this time, whose children are grown or do not have children yet, even younger, what are some ways that we can support teachers to be strong at home and in the classroom for these unique situations, such as this one we're in right now, but certainly the unique situations on an ongoing basis that teachers find themselves in?
Well, I think you have to have a lot of faith and believe that things are going to work no matter what. I mean, I turn on the news and I hear too many negative things. I'm a strong believer in God, and I think, praying to God and looking to his strength is what's going to make us get through.
Yes, yes. And so those of us who are not in the classroom, to pray and to see if we can be led to help in any particular ways. And anyone who has a teacher as a neighbor, I think it's important for us to give them our support in a very strong and powerful way, that to understand and recognize that every day in a classroom, not every day is a difficult one, but interacting with children, especially like Mrs. Jones, who has 55 children that she's interacting with on a daily basis, certainly deserve not just our appreciation 1 week out of the year, but our appreciation and support, and finding tangible ways to support them in their classrooms and at home. I know years ago we used to have room mothers, and with the changes in society, those room mothers, I used to think, supported teachers in a more a one-on-one way than is available today. That we can come up with new ways to support teachers like Mrs. Jones, who are really, in my opinion, the frontline heroes and heroines of our generation. At some point, the COVID-19 will be gone, and we'll still appreciate all of our medical workers, our EMTs, our essential workers. However, the teachers will remain on those front lines. Right, Jewel?
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, so we will continue to help families stay strong at home, teachers to stay strong at home again, that we can all come together and make our communities even stronger after this crisis than we were before. Man, there's so much we could still talk about, but we will stop for now because we try to limit our interviews. And every session we will end the way that we always do. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance unto you and give you peace. Peace to you today. Jewel, congratulations on finishing this school year strong for your students, and the end of the year celebrations tomorrow. I hope they will be a good one. And peace to all of you in the audience. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.